Allora, here we go, folks. Okay, some of you might be asking themselves why I'm gonna post a video in English that is obviously not my mother tongue. The question is readily answered, and I really want to target a wider number of people, especially English-speaking people around the world, and I also want to bring a review from a different perspective from outside the countries I'm gonna talk about, and so I think it might be interesting for both for the Italians and for non-Italians and English-speaking people all around the world. So how are we gonna start today? I remember in 1998 I had my first trip to the US. At that time I was dating an American woman, a Californian woman that I had previously met in Bosnia-Herzegovina while I was deployed over there for a mission, for a NATO mission, because at that time I was part of the Arma dei Carabinieri, that is a military state police force, one of the main police forces in Italy, and I was deployed over there, and over there I met this girl, and after we finished our mission we decided to keep in touch. So I flew to the States. It was 1998 and I landed at Los Angeles International Airport. I really remember many things of my first trip to the United States of America. The first thing that I remember is when I got out of the airport, I was, I had never ever seen something so huge. Everything outside was huge. The cars were huge, the roads were huge, everything, the people were huge, everything was huge. And I remember that at that time, I felt free to walk across the streets of. I was not. I was not in Los Angeles. I was in a little town called Victorville. That is 1 hour and a half from drive from Los Angeles. What can I say? The first thing that I noticed was the difference in shape, in physical shape, in body shape between the Italians and the Americans. I can honestly say that I had never ever seen Italian people as fat as the American people that I saw during my first trip. And during my visit, when I went to Disneyland Los Angeles and I went to Six Flags, is another amusement park. When I bought some candies at a candy store in Los Angeles, in Disneyland Los Angeles, I remember that even the candies were huge. Everything was huge. And when I say huge, right now I'm referring to food. Uh, if you ask for a piece of cake, they are gonna bring you an entire cake to eat. What we identify as a piece of cake in Italy can easily turn into a huge single cake in the United States of America. When you eat a burger at an Italian McDonald's, you've got a sides. When you fly to the States and you eat a burger in an American McDonald's, the average size of burger is much bigger. But everything in when I relate to food, not food is only bigger. Food is absolutely much unhealthy. Unhealthier um, compared to the Italian version. So at that time, I realized that I was in a whole different, new and different world from the one I was used to. And um, if you visit a country as a tourist, okay, and you don't merge with the locals, with the people, with the habits, and with the way of living of the people who live permanently in that country, you will never really taste exactly what it means living and sharing your life in another country. I can say that I did both because I had an American girlfriend and at the same time I was a tourist. I remember one day when the ice cream man with the ice cream truck passed by my ex-girlfriend's house, and uh, one of her nephews asked me to buy them an ice cream, and I decided to, of course, to buy an ice cream for him. And when I checked the ingredients of the ice cream that I was about to buy to him, I noticed that the list of ingredients was unlimited. Okay, I had never ever seen a list of ingredients in an ice cream that was so long, and I immediately realized, even if I was not at the time so um, 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 I can say careful, so um, um, so yeah, I can say careful about mm, what I put into my body. Even at that time, when I used to eat everything that was available without thinking whether or not what I was about to eat could be garbage or healthy, I was shocked, but because I felt like bloating, nauseated um, by that ice cream, because it was a bowl of of cream covered with chocolate. It was a hard shell of chocolate, and even at that time I would not have eaten it anyway. I made other trip to the United States of America, but I haven't gone to the United States for a long time now, and what I can evaluate is what I see through the internet, and what I see on the news, what I get from talking to my American friends. And I would like to ask a question to all my the American people who might, be watching this video. What the fuck is your society? What the fuck has your society become? If we open the internet now, okay, and we type Kensington, Philadelphia. Okay, let's have a look together. It's full of both videos and YouTube shorts picturing what the fuck has become. I cannot say has always been. Maybe it's always been bad, but had never ever been so bad until recently. And let's have a look. Okay. Even Cicalone Simone, who is a famous YouTuber in my country, has talked about it. Okay, let's have a look. We can randomly check many other videos relating to this topic.
Dal gusto unico di Kinder Cioccolato nasce Kinder Chocolate Ice Cream. Il loro piccolo, grande gelato. Scopritelo insieme.
Well, if I had a kid, I would rather give them some fruits instead of chocolate and milk.
C'è sempre Giroud al centro.
Oh, come on! Advertising.
Inizia in campo, lo vivi ovunque.
Come on. So this is Kensington Road in the city of Philadelphia. Let's have a look together. So we have homeless people everywhere, gathering high on whatever they can afford, or snore or inject, or only God knows whichever ways they use to put that shit in their bodies. And this is not something that is that happens only in Kensington, Philadelphia. It's something very common. The same scenarios can be seen in many other parts of the United States of America. If you type Skid Row, Los Angeles, homeless, you've got the same pattern, the same scenario. Okay. Let's have a look.
I could show you all the palm trees, beautiful beaches, but if I don't show you this, then I don't show you Los Angeles, because this is very much LA. Not all the people that you see here on Skid Row are on drugs. There's plenty of people that are sober, plenty of people that, you know, have just found themselves in a rough situation. Now, the city of Los Angeles has tried to clean this up, and the state has tried to clean this up many of times. However, they have failed consistently. Like, what is that man doing? Look at him. Only in Los Angeles.
Look.
Like, what is going on here?
He's got a plant on
Oh
head.
my God, look at the homie.
Look, another one dancing in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey!
at least he's absolutely
I see you, bro. I see you.
better than me.
Oh my God.
Hey!
Look.
That's the moon.
I see you, bro. Hey, that's Jesus, baby.
Well, he's also very
Hey,
talented.
that's hard. You got the moves, bro. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another beautiful day here in Southern California. Today I'm in downtown Los Angeles, and today we're actually gonna go on a little drive.
So, well, even if we watched all the video, we would see, you know, the same pattern repeated and repeated over and over and over. We have homeless people everywhere, even if the state is trying, as this gentleman said in this video, even if the state is trying to clean everything up in order to, you know, give a clean appearance of the city, they keep on failing. Well, why do they fail? They fail because you cannot control something that is uncontrollable. Okay, you cannot control a flood of homeless people that you don't know where to put. You know what, we know that, you know, California is a huge country, is a huge state, but if you think that Skid Row, when we say Skid Row, we refer to the outskirts of Los Angeles, so something far from the downtown, something far from the rich areas, but the homeless people are moving, you know, further and further, and right now they are approaching the iconic avenue and streets in Los Angeles. They are literally invading Hollywood Boulevard and other parts of the city where nobody would never have thought somebody could, you know, stay there as an homeless. Of course, this is the failure of the American society. Intentional or not, it's not up to me to say that. I simply show you what's going on. And because many people outside the United States of America think about the United States of America as the American dream, where everybody can make money, everybody can have a wonderful life. The line between ultra rich people and the poorest people they can possibly be right now is you know what I can say, what I want to say. I want to say that the middle class is being intentionally, in this case, destroyed day by day by day, and the line between right now we got a just one line that divides super rich people to super poor people. Incredibly, in the United States of America, you can have a job, but you can be homeless at the same time, because housing is very difficult. especially if you want to live in a big city. Sometimes renting a house can be so expensive that your monthly salary is not enough to cover the amount of money you should pay to rent a house. So you have a regular job, but at the same time you sleep in your car. In the United States of America, you can become rich, but you can become poor in a, in a glimpse of an eye. And when you become poor, I compare my country, Italy, to the United States of America. When you become poor, you can, you are left alone by yourself, and you become homeless very soon. And I don't know exactly how the wealth care system works in the United States of America, but in my country, in Italy, I don't say that you cannot become homeless, but the welfare system is better in handling situations like this. And I don't say that you don't find homeless people in Italy. Even if finding Italian people who became homeless is much more difficult. Very often we talk about foreign people who ended up, living illegally or not in Italy, and finally they become homeless. So I was simply thinking to myself, what's going on in this country? Just give me a moment. What's going on in this country? Okay, it seems like we have I know I'm jumping from one topic to another one, but I'm just, I let my thoughts flowing so we can, touch and talk about different things. Then in the next videos we're gonna be more specific. I have the impression that right now, I don't say that the United States were not before. They were absolutely in partially like what we are seeing right now. But right now the situation is that they seem to be like the fakiest country in the world. The food is fake, the boobs are fake, you don't know if you're talking to a woman, to a man, you don't know if the gender that is being shown outside by one person can, match with the one, the biological one. Okay, you can have a job, but you can be homeless at the same time. It's a country that is out of control. I call the United States of America the country of perversion. Everything that is evil comes from the United States of America. I don't say that we don't have problem with, you know, crime over here. Absolutely, we don't have the same crime rates that the United States of America have. But even the type of crimes are less harsh, less vicious, less violent, okay? When I read the news from the States, I daily read about horror stories from that country. You know, 6 years old kid who shows up in school with a gun and shoots the teacher. How the hell can an Italian imagine that something like this might ever happen in their local schools? There seems to be a connection. There seems to be a connection, and I want to say, I want to use another verb. There is, according to what I think, a connection to the fake food, the unhealthy food, the alcohol abuse. Okay, I don't say that the Italians don't drink. I don't drink, but you can have half a glass of wine at lunch. That doesn't turn you into an alcoholic, okay? Even if you watch the movies in the States, you see people drinking all the fucking time. When I dealt with the American soldiers during my missions, when I was in the Carabinieri, it doesn't matter what was your rank in the Army, in the Air Force, in the Navy. After you had finished your duty, when you were off duty, being drunk was normal for everybody. Especially the girls. Female drink so much, and American females drink so much. That's why they really get in trouble when they come here, they come to Italy, because they drink, they are in a foreign place, they have no support, and then they become prey to the criminals. So, I said fake food, alcohol abuse. Now let's talk about the prescription drugs abuse. United States of America is the land of Prozac. When it was brought to the public in the 60s, it was brought to the public as the, pill for happiness. And it didn't take a long time to show its real face. That is the face of actual SSRI antidepressants. That is a very dangerous class of drugs that can cause violence, can cause suicidal attempts, homicidal urgencies. So we have a country where fake food brings poor mental health. Alcohol abuse brings poor mental health. Where if you scratch, if you dig below, underneath the tip of the iceberg, where everything seems, fine, where everybody seems friendly, you will find a society where you can find a family where all the family members, dog included, are under psychiatric drugs. This is gonna be one of my. I would like to make more videos about the United States of America, about what I see. We will talk about the problem with the shoplifting. The problem with shoplifting that right now is a epidemic in the United States of America, and law enforcement officers are tied up in prosecuting these criminals because of laws that have turned criminals into untouchable people. And I really would like to interact with the American audience. If some of you will, show up on my YouTube channel. So let's try to begin this journey and apologize. I want to apologize for my mistakes. English is obviously not my mother tongue, but we will try to manage and see what we can get from sharing ideas, situations, comparing what is going on in Italy and what is going on in the United States of America. So, I hope to see you soon on my YouTube channel. Avanti così.